I'm creating a new movement called vibe planning, but not just a hashtag on X or LinkedIn. I actually built an entire app for this. The goal of this video is to show what ScopesFlow, which is my app, really is and how it works. So yesterday I launched the V2 of ScopesFlow, which is a massive one because before you could already build the visual representation of your scope and user flows with a couple other small tools, but now you can actually chat with AI to improve your scope, to improve your user flow. And I added a massive tool that I will tell during this video that will probably change the AI development, the way that you are vibe coding your apps. So here is ScopesFlow. Here we have the landing page. It's very simple. If we take in consideration what we are seeing nowadays with all these AI SaaS platforms that have this massive design, and mine is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's just to present you what ScopesFlow can do, and in a very simple way, in a very clean design. Okay, so if you search for ScopesFlow, it's scopesflow.com. You get it here. You can see all the information about ScopesFlow, what it does, all the features, the facts, and you can see the pricing. The pricing now is based on messaging. So we have the same. I'm following the same structure from other AI tools. So we have 50 message for the starter, 150 for pro, and 400 for business. This is kind of doing the math of started would be for someone that is building their own app. So I'm a founder and I want to build my own app, or I want to work in a couple projects and I want to use ScosFlow to plan and manage the development of this project. Pro is more for a freelancer, let's say, that knows how to work with AI, is building a couple of projects for themselves and for clients. And 400 is just for a pro developer, for a pro freelancer, or maybe for a small agency. We don't have an enterprise yet for agencies with multiple developers, but this is the goal of ScopesFlow, is just to help the founders now and the developers, freelancers, to plan the apps. But this is the landing page. If you search for it, remember this hero section here. Now, if we go into the app, you can see here that I created a couple of projects. This is a test account. So here you can see your projects. Here you can go to your profile. You can manage the profile, manage your your usage plan, and manage your subscription. If we go back to projects, I'm opening a project here that is from yesterday. We can see here that this is how your project start. You can change the placement of everything. You can move the way that you want. I really like this part. I don't know why, but when I get a new project, when I start a new project, this is pretty fun for me, just to grab the probably because I built the app, but it's pretty fun to just grab everything and start to placing in a way that for me is the best way to visualize. You can find your own way to visualize the app, the, the the scope. Clicking here, you can switch between views. So you can go to your user flows. So there we had the scope. So we have the pages, the features, the APIs, and here we have the scope. We have also the start point and end point, like most user flows. And here we have the pages and the functionalities. So you can click here. You can add an action, you can add a decision, you can add an entry point, a step, or page, a condition, or and an endpoint. Okay, you can build multiple ones. So we can click here and then a new endpoint, and then we are building a new user flow basically. Here we can chat with the AI. to improve this. So if I type here for some reason, let's just remove this one so it doesn't mess with and everything. If I click here, now we need um, a user flow for the admin of the app to show then are able to manage all data inside the app. Let's click here. Now ScopesFlow is thinking, we'll look at the scope of the project. So it's always important to work, um, you can work synchronously with the scope and the user flow, but it's very important if you build something on the scope, you come back to user flow and you add to the user flow. So if you don't have before an admin page or something like this, it's probably good for you to add a scope and in the user flow, or if you like we did here, we add here the user flow for admin. We also go to the scope and add these pages. We add these features to the scope. So when it's time to go to the next step that I will show you um, very shortly, you have everything ready for it. So if we apply the changes here, it will create the user flow, will create the connections if necessary. And then this is the part where I believe will be very, very, very helpful for the non-techies. So people that are not usually don't have an experience building apps, they can just they don't need to learn how to plan the development. They can just come here and ask the AI on how to do it, and it will build the scope and the user flow for them. Now, if we go back here to the scope view, we can also see that I had I asked it to add just um, the profile management feature. And then what I really want to show in this video, let me show first the other small tools. So we have here, we are able to rearrange the to be um, closer to each other, to the connections. And we can also hide the node details, so it's easier for you to grab and just start to mess in with the nodes. Here we have a task list. It's just like um, if you go through the steps to see if you are ready to, if you finish the actual planning of the app. And here we can see the usage plan, but we can actually just hover here and see the usage plan. We can also create a UI style, so you can add the images here that you find for inspiration, and then you can generate a prompt for the styling of your app. At here in the end, it explains the AI tool of choice now is Lovable. I'm using Lovable for basically all the projects. When I need something a bit more complex, or I want to go straight to the code and change something myself, I send to cursor. I do it in cursor and send back to Lovable. So this is a small prompt, but it's more towards Lovable or any other AI tool that is more for focus on product development and not engineer development. We can also come here and we can generate the PRD. This is really important for freelancers and for agencies. Most times you don't have clients don't want to wait for you to build a PRD. So it's very important to have this tool so you can take this, show to the client, hey, this is what we are building. This is what we will add into the contract. Um, so the client know what you're building and you know what you're building too. Okay. If you want to send for team members or anyone for a project manager, this is a pretty good PRD to send to everyone knows what you are building. Okay. Here we can also keep using the versions that we have on the V1 from ScopesFlow. You can create more than one version. You can edit the project title and description. And here in the build sequence, actually, let me create a new project to show you this. Okay. This is an actual project that I want to work with because I want to do a test with a mix with Lovable and Cursor, where I will build a mobile app in Lovable. Lovable use React, so then I want to grab this project and send it to Cursor to make the necessary changes to turn it to a React native project, so I can build my first mobile app with vibe coding. So the idea is basically, I will add a very brief description. I'll probably have to do this twice, but that's it. Let's try this just to make it more. Let's see if we can create something that is not native from Lovable using a web planning um, scope. Okay, so now we have everything ready here. Um, we have the login, we have the home, we have the user profile, we have add appointment, we have settings, we have the Google Calendar API, we have about, we have password reset, we have user preference management, we have AI response system, we have AI the appointment system, we have the user authentication. Let's just see one thing here. Okay, let me just ask one thing. So we need also the AI chat page and functionalities. We will use OpenAI for both text and voice. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what it had done for us. Edit the AI chat page and feature, add the OpenAI, and add the AI chat voice assets, like icon, this and all this stuff. A couple updates, probably to add the more specific stuff. Okay, this is, let's run this. And let's see, apply 7 changes. Okay, now we have here our AI. Let me just grab everything from here. Okay, our pages here. We can connect those with the home page. This one goes here. The assets I always like to just leave in here because it's something important, because we always forgot about, hey, what icons we're about to use, what is the what do we need from the clients, what is the logo, what is the colors that we want, what we have an image to use. So this is important for me as a freelancer, as a developer for the agency. We have here 1 and 2 user flows. That's good for now, because what I want to show is this. Okay, the build sequence. Here we have all the scope items and we have all the user flows. Here is where we are generating the first and most important prompt. So if we click here, it will take all the information from the scope and all the information from the user flows, and it will create our first prompt, so we can grab and send to a tool like Lovable or Cursor if you are familiar on starting the project with Cursor. You can also do this. So why this is building this, why I choose Lovable. Okay, it's just finished. Okay, already finished. Let's view this. So as a first initial description of the app, what is the app? Family Sync, love the name. It's a mobile application designed to assist parents in managing their their children's appointment, special dates, and important information through integration with Google Calendar. The app features an AI agent capable of answering questions based on the stored data. This is something that is like for me is okay. What do I have today? I want to ask the AI. What do I have today? Oh, you have your kids jiu-jitsu. Okay. Um, did I paid this month? And it goes into my, I don't know, to my Gmail and checks if I paid for this month. Or if I added the information manually, hey, I just paid for jiu-jitsu, you will answer me, yes, you paid on September 4th. That's it. Here we have all the pages, the user journeys, everything explained. If we copy here and then we go to Lovable, and now here in Lovable, I will just uh, paste our first prompt from ScopesFlow, and now we'll hit enter. Now let's see if Lovable will be able to create this using this massive first prompt. For my test, it did. And I did a comparison. I already did this in the past. It's probably on my LinkedIn somewhere. Um, it's just okay. So I did this where I compared the prompt from ScopesFlow and just the description of the app that we first add into ScopesFlow. And every time the prompt from ScosFlow always wins, of course, because it has more information. It is more narrowed down to what do we want, what do we build, what do we want to build. Um, so yeah, let's just wait Lovable to finish this and we can take a look at it. Okay, so after 4 minutes, we have our app. We can see here that we have all the pages that we wanted. Let's check. So the appointments chat. Let's see. Let's go back to the scope view. We have login, home, user profile. We have login, home, profile, settings, and chat. At a point, we have settings and AI chat. Now let's see if it is mobile responsive like we wanted. Okay, we can add an appointment. We can ask our assistant. It's not really responsive, but it's a very good start. We can add an appointment. Once we connect to our Google, we'll be able to add appointments from here. And we also be able to add appointments using the AI. This is something that I want to see. Okay. Profile. Okay, so the main goal here is not showing the details. It's just having the AI to have knowledge about the dates and the appointments and everything else, and we can ask AI about it. So probably not the best homepage for our purpose, but it did the job. Okay, we have the settings here. So then what we will do is just connect to GitHub. We connect to GitHub. We create a repository. Schedule AI Buddy. It's the name of our repository. And now, what we can do is come back here to ScosFlow. We can connect our app to GitHub. Okay, now it's connected. Let's try to find, oh, it's right here, Schedule Buddy. We are now connected to our Schedule Buddy. We can see the repository here. We can see the all the files that we have. We have the dip analysis. I'm not gonna run this now because the dip analysis is now it's an analysis of our project. So it will show you the what is missing from the scope, but it's also showing some important things that you need to do in your project, maybe to keep safe, some alerts on how, hey, this is not connected to any database or something like this. What I wanted to show is if we come here now to the build sequence, we have our first prompt here. When we marked here that this was implemented, it will run analysis focus on checking what was built and what was not built yet. You can use this to build the entire app. I have another app that I built just using this um, just using the prompt from here, and I will show in another video. But here I just want to show what is what it does. So we can see here on the results. So we don't have any backend built yet. We don't have the database integration. We don't have the JWT verification yet, of course, because we don't have backend connected. But yeah, let's see. Here's what is missing. So the user authentication, we don't have database layer, the CRUDs, Google Calendar API, OpenAI API, AI response. So basically check it here that we have the front end build and the recommendations. The recommendations. Um, this is something that I forgot. So we need the auth to with Google to be able to connect the OpenAI, the Google Calendar API. It's not just making a call to the Google Calendar using a simple token. We need to do the OAuth, so each client can see their own calendar. And basically, you can see here that is a pretty good analysis. So then we can go here and see the next prompt. Now it's saying that to implement a couple of things. So first is the user authentication with the OAuth 2 with Google. What else? The backend authentication logic, integrate authentication state, ensure secure password storage, of course, add front-end to backend integration with the API calls. Okay, so you just need to click here, copy, and add to Lovable. Again, you can build your entire app. I have done this using just this. If you have 50 messages, it will be a bit complicated depending on the size of your app. But this is more for, let's say you already have built something on your app. You use the first prompt, then you start iterate with the app, and you want to see what is missing. Then you come here, you run the analysis, and then you can grab and see what is missing and grab the prompt and send to Lovable or for the tool here that you're working. Okay, but yeah, this is what I think that will be the most important part of the planning development, because after you build your scope, after you build your user flows, after you have all the planning set up, you know what you want to build. You grab feedback from other people on what you had to add, the features, the API integrations, the user flows. Maybe you were thinking about not having an invited user, but now you want to add an invited user, just a person that is not an actual member of the app, but is invited by someone else. They can access their own usage. And then you run the prompt. You can run the analysis to check how your app is built, what is missing from your app. You can have AI to build the prompt for you. So this is really important and I believe will be a game changer for a lot of developers, for a lot of freelancers that are working alone, and especially for non-techies, people that are not technical and are trying to build apps using AI. They're getting stuck because they don't know what to build. They don't know how to integrate stuff. They don't know what APIs are available in the market. They don't know how to write a prompt. They first need to learn how to write a prompt, how to talk with the AI, like the specifics of what the hell is off to from Google. Okay, for now they need to know. The AI will build for you. The AI, ScopesFlow AI will tell Lovable AI what to do. basically. This is what the build sequence is. Okay. And yeah, this is all that I wanted to show. This is a massive, um, for me, this is a massive update for me, because being able to build this, there's something that I always wanted to build for a long, long time. It's very important for me. It's something that I built with my heart, with all that I got. And I hope this can help a lot of people to take these projects that are now incarcerated in the dungeon of the local host and actually deploy real apps for real users. Um, and yeah, this is the goal of ScopesFlow: help people to grab their ideas, turn into actionable plans, and then turn these plans into actual real life apps. Okay, so if you like what ScopesFlow can provide you, go to the link in the description, subscribe to whatever plugin you want, and then send me feedback. You can send me emails, you can send me messages on LinkedIn, you can send messages on X. Um, if you want, subscribe to the channel. I will try to bring way more information about not just ScosFlow, but also Lovable and other AI tools. And yeah, give a like to help propagate this video, and see you in the next one.